What's up? What's up? What's up, my Tyler Perry sisters fans? It's your girl Barbie J here, and I'm coming to you with a quick video on three male characters on Sisters who seem to leave us all with some real trust issues when it comes to them or when it pertains to them. I mean, and you know who the three are. We got Q, we got Bayou, and we got Logan. And we're not sure how we feel about them. And honestly, we could probably throw in Gary and Aaron in there as well. But they're main characters, so I'm leaving them alone. I'm leaving them out of this whole thing. I'm even leaving out Jake because Fatima seems to question him in the back of her mind. So, but these are the three that, I see it in the comment section or all the different channels. Everybody's like, I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. So let's start with Q. What do we know about Q? We know that Q sleeps around. He looks out for only himself, cares only about himself. And he told Calvin that he does what's necessary to survive. We got Christopher at the Proud Bar who told them that Quincy is Q. I don't want to call him Quincy. Is bad news, and he stays, and they should stay away from him. Get him out of your house. But Maurice didn't listen. Maurice decided to test him out in the bedroom, and he liked what he got, so he wanted to test him another day. And it happened to be Q's birthday. And when he asked for money, because he said he don't sleep with people for free, he wants some money. That's when Maurice decided to get ugly and cuss him out and stuff. And Q pulled a gun on him. And that's when he forced him to go to the bank, down to Brookhaven, dressed with these crazy patterns and colors on, got Sabrina involved. They're at gunpoint. And then they get away. They don't steal money, but they get away. Q turns himself in. He's calling Maurice Collect from the prison, and he tells him that he turned on some people. He turned on these bad guys, and they're gonna be after him and all this. This is how he made this deal and got out early. But then he gives Maurice's address where to stay, and although Maurice calls himself fighting it, he really doesn't fight it. And he allows him to stay. So what is going on? My question is, who did Q really turn on? Who did he flip on? And I'm asking that because in this last episode, he's trying to get Maurice to blame himself and Sabrina for making him rob the bank. And it was their idea. And he asked them what they were doing with the money. And Maurice is being so silly and acting up and not even paying attention because he's being his little sarcastic self. He's implicating himself along with Sabrina, saying that they were going to go and get a 5-piece chicken McNuggets and then go to Canada or whatever he was saying. But then we see another scene where coming next week, Q is giving some information he got to Logan. The question is, what deal did Q make? Because my prediction is that Q, when he said he was flipping on somebody, I think he was flipping on Sabrina and Maurice. He was blaming them, and he might have made a deal with Brookhaven Bank, and they might just be watching those two. They might be watching them. I mean, I'm trying to put it together, but what bad guys? He got in trouble for robbing a bank. So what bad guys was he flipping on to get out and make this deal? Also, Maurice didn't listen to Sabrina, and Sabrina told him that she had to fight for his job because the bank wanted to fire him because they thought he was involved. So I'm trying to figure this out. Is the bank now watching them and really thinking that they were involved in this so-called bank robbery? And silly Maurice should have listened to Sabrina, because that just might be what gets them put into jail. Then we have Bayou. Bayou comes into the picture, and when he gets into the picture, we know he's a prince of a small country, but we didn't know that at first. When he got into the scene is when Calvin and Sabrina were out eating dinner, and they were on a date. And he decides that he's going to interrupt their meal and try to holler at Sabrina while she's on a date. And whether you thought Calvin was gay or not, for you to do that to a customer of yours in your restaurant shows you have no respect for people. There's something that's wrong, and he holds no respect because he has money, maybe because of his culture or because of where he's from or who he is or how he was raised. But he showed no respect at that point. And you get into a fight with a customer and tell them they not to come back. What manager gets into a physical fist fight with a paying customer who's sitting down eating, and it's because of him? Then let's talk about him telling Sabrina after that he tried to give her his number, and she finally took it later, but he went to every she didn't call him, and then he went to every Brookhaven bank in Atlanta looking for Sabrina, and then pretended to make a large withdrawal so that she can open his account and see the $12 million in there. I said, come on. And the sad part is then Sabrina went out with him after that, listening to Maurice and Danny. But he's a restaurant owner. You're a business owner. How are you getting into a fight with people and interrupting their date? It just didn't make sense. Then this double date with Karen, Lord Jesus, the double date with Sabrina and Danny. Danny is leaving. Your woman's friend is leaving, and you're showing all of this attention to her, and she was only in your presence for about 10 minutes. In that 10 minutes, she's so beautiful. She's so lovely. Oh, he'd like to meet her. I want to meet all your friends. She's amazing. And you're forgetting about your date in front of you, who you send all these flowers to her bank and everything, and wanting her to be, she's a princess, and my driver will take you around and stuff. Does he have a harem, y'all? I'm thinking there is something in his culture where it's allowing him to have all these different women in his life, like a harem or something. It might not be called a harem these days, but there is something that is going on with Bayou that I am not sure about. But why did Logan say he looks familiar and that he knows him from somewhere, and then abruptly gets up and walks out, and then tells Danny that Sabrina needs to get a lawyer? She needs to get a lawyer. And what did he say? People going to get hurt if this comes out. People going to get hurt if this comes out. So that can't have anything to do with Q. It can't have anything to do with Q and robbing a bank. It is something else. It's something deeper that we're not thinking about. And I would like y'all to put in the comment section what you think it could be. But there is something else going on with why he said Sabrina needs an attorney, a lawyer. So that's my 2 cents on that. Then the last person, Logan. Logan is supposed to be an officer who goes after human traffickers at the airport. That's what we thought. Then we learned one episode he was mentioning something about some community center that he does work at or something, and he invited Danny to come by because she showed interest, like she'd love to see that. And that was before she started playing all these games and stuff. And so she was supposed to go and visit this community center that he said he works at or volunteers at. But now, with him saying he recognizes Bayou, and now with us seeing what's going to happen in next week's episode, where they made it seem like he's talking to Q. So it looks like he's talking to Q, and Q saying he got the information right here. So what information is that he's talking about? Because Q could not have known that Maurice would come home and mention something about the bank. And then Q started with so yeah, why did you and Sabrina rob that bank? And what did y'all plan to do with the money? You know, all of that came into play after Maurice mentioned the bank. So I guess my question is, what else is it that Logan does? It can't just be human trafficking. There's got to be something else, because he questioned and inquired about the robbery at the Brookhaven Bank when he asked Danny about Sabrina and asked what type of person she is and would she do anything illegal. So like I said, it makes it seem like that's what it's about, the bank robbery too, but I don't get the line that he said people get hurt if this comes out. What people gonna get hurt if it gets out that the bank manager tried to rob the bank? Who's supposed to get hurt behind that? That's why I don't think it's that. So if anybody has any other ideas, I welcome you to put it down in the comment section. So which of these men do you trust? Do y'all trust any of them? Because I have concerns and trust issues with all three. And I'd like to hear who trusts one of them more. Does anybody trust Q more, or Bio more, or Logan more? Or do we all just don't trust any of them? Tell me down in the comment section who you do trust or who you don't trust out of these three. And that's all I got for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This your girl Barbie J saying, see you in the next video. Peace.